Ryan Garcia double backing and he's saying F a tune-up. He wants to go straight into it with Gervonta Tank Davis. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. Ryan Garcia, you see it on the screen. He said, F the tune-up. Bring on Tank. I'm sparking him out in two. To which a fan seen that, and he said, is the Mercito Hesta fight canceled? Ryan responded to the fan, says, never was a contract. It was just talked about. I was deciding if I needed a fight before. So this is from Ryan Garcia. This is breaking. He just posted these things. And he says, I've been thinking about it during the time they were figuring out this fight, and I feel the fans and everyone who supports boxing have seen these tune-ups already. It's time that we give the fans what they want. Also, he requested the tune-up, not me, so let him handle business. Let's go. End quote. And that's from Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis obviously seen this because he responded to it. You guys will see it on the screen. Tank says, what happened when we were supposed to fight before and you pulled out because you were supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao with, and Manny Pacquiao or his team didn't know what the F you were talking about, you effing bozo. Gervonta Davis. He also says, Lopez pissing me clean off. I'm guessing he's assuming, or I'm assuming he's talking about Teofimo Lopez, who's definitely said some things. Check out my last video. Gervonta Davis, he's going off. Now, Tank Davis has to stay focused because he has an actual fight already lined up. I want to give my thoughts. Ryan Garcia, what he's saying doesn't make any sense, and I'm going to explain why in this video. Ryan Garcia, what he's saying don't make sense for the simple fact of Tank Davis is in a real fight, people. You know, people loosely throw around words in boxing. You hear these words and they just really just get thrown around. Robbery, cherry pick, tune-ups. Not everything's a tune-up. Just because it's not the bigger blockbuster fight, don't make it a tune-up. I told you guys when I broke the news and when it was first announced that Tank Davis is in a real fight, Hector Luis Garcia. Some would even say that they think Hector Luis Garcia got more skills and a harder style in all things considered than Ryan Garcia. So Hector Luis Garcia, he's listed at like 5'8", 5'9". Ryan Garcia is probably around that. I don't think Ryan Garcia is quite 6 feet tall. So the difference is, if we really analyze it, Hector Luis Garcia, in the fashion he beat Chris Primetime Colbert, to me, that's better than anybody that Ryan Garcia is beating, including Luke Campbell. And, you know, people can bring up the gold medal and stuff. But, again, you guys get fixated on this gold medal stuff. That's cool if you medaled in the Olympics. But you look at a guy like Errol Spence. He didn't get the gold medal. He's an Olympian, but he's still whooping butt and taking names. You look at Terrence Crawford. He didn't even go to the Olympics. And you look at he's a beast of a fighter. You know, you look at Wilder. He knocking almost everyone out. And he was a bronze medalist. So, you know, miss me with that. Canelo, he didn't go to the Olympics. He started boxing late, and he beat Triple G, which is a silver medalist. So boxing doesn't work based on your amateur pedigree only and accomplishments. If that was the case, then Wilder wouldn't have knocked out Audley Harrison, who's a gold medalist, to Wilder's bronze medal. So, you know, people get it's really old media. They just get too caught up in these labels and amateur pedigree. And I'm not saying that it's not wise to have an amateur pedigree because that readies you for the pros. I'm not saying that at all. But it's not just about that. There's plenty of guys like Canelo who are recognized fighters, and he started club shows in Mexico. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., same deal, right? So that's my little rant when it comes to that. Anyway, Ryan Garcia, what he's saying, to me, that spells trouble for Ryan Garcia's team in Golden Boy, because Tank is already in the fight. He's fighting an Olympian, and he's in a great fight. I've already mentioned it with the Hector Luis Garcia. It's not a tune-up. People loosely throwing around the word tune-up don't really know ish about boxing. That's a hard fight. If it looks easy, then that's because Tank's that dude, and he made it look easy. Because, you know, you look at Floyd Mayweather even. Like, some of the fights he made it look real easy, but that's just because it's Floyd doing it. That don't mean the fight was easy. It's because he trains next level and he got the skills to pay the bills. So if Tank makes the Hector Luis Garcia, it's not really a knock on Hector Luis Garcia because I'm favoring Tank to beat Hector Luis Garcia, but I'm still not sleeping on Hector Luis Garcia, if that makes sense. But I will say this is if Tank does beat Hector Luis Garcia and that happens, like let's say knockout or whatever, guess what? Another guy, if Hector Luis Garcia stayed clear away of Tank and fought another guy, then you would probably favor Hector Luis Garcia. It just depends on who he was fighting. So that's the thing. Some guys in the division lose, but they lose because they lost to the best person in the division. Versus other guys, if you're losing to just any old body, that's something different. So there's no shame at this point losing to Tank Davis. Everybody lost to Tank Davis. So anyway, what I was saying is Ryan Garcia, it seems like they don't really have a plan. Either Golden Boy doesn't want to risk it. There's a big money fight with Tank that looms, and they don't want to have Ryan Garcia go in there with somebody. Because as it sits right now, there's two dangers that could prevent Tank and Ryan Garcia because they both were slated to do tune-ups. And that's Tank Davis fighting Hector Luis Garcia and Ryan fighting whoever he was supposed to fight, Mercito Hesta or other, right? So that's two opportunities for B-side opponents to try to play spoiler. So Ryan is saying that he might not take a tune-up. For one, if Ryan don't take a tune-up, that's bad management on his part because Tank is fighting in January and he's going to be sharp and fresh, and there is no Ryan Garcia fight if he were to lose. So seeing that if he does win, then that means he moves on to the next chapter, and that's Ryan Garcia. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia is going to be off of time off. That's foolish to me, but I'm not Ryan's handlers. The other thing is it could be Golden Boy and they don't want to risk it with Ryan Garcia and risk him losing, but maybe they just don't have a solid plan. But the reason why it sounds foolish to me is the fact that Tank, he's already selling tickets. I know people going to the show in DC. So whoever Ryan Garcia fights, we know it's not going to be as good as and as big of an event as Tank Davis's event because Tank is a showstopper and he has a good opponent with an amazing card, which features the likes of Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade and guys like Rashidi Ellis and Jerron Booz Ennis. So literally, there's no way that Ryan Garcia, no matter who he fights, I don't care how popular you think Ryan Garcia is, even if he does fight, it's not going to be an event the same magnitude. Golden Boy don't even have an undercard that they would put for Ryan Garcia that can match the talent level of Boo Boo on the card, Rashidi Ellis undercard, two undefeated fighters, American fighters, and Boots Ennis. So they literally couldn't do one. And then from the sound of the initial opponent, Mercito Hesta, that's definitely not Hector Luis Garcia where he's at right now. So at the end of the day, we'll see what it is. I would suggest that Ryan take a tune-up. That seems like it makes the most sense in the world. And if Tank already has a scheduled fight, he's not going to, like, what Ryan's saying sounds foolish because he's talking about, F the tune-up. There is no F the tune-up. Ryan doesn't have his fight announced, but Ryan said announcement next week. So that shows me that there's trouble in paradise, whatever that may be, because he took to his Instagram and said he should have an announcement next week. And then now he's coming out talking about, no tune-ups. But it doesn't work like that because Tank Davis is already scheduled to fight and selling tickets in 3 weeks. So why would they can that? Al Heyman and TGB and whoever, GTD Promotions, stop what they're doing because Ryan Garcia says no tune-ups. Man, stop. So I would advise Ryan Garcia to take his tune-up. Tank Davis ain't taking the tune-up, as I mentioned, but he's taking the fight. And Ryan should take an interim fight. So we'll see how it plays out. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Chat. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.